Greetings Internet, DDA here, and welcome to the second iteration of the Light Side Dark Side Championship. This is a tournament that is split up into three separate tournaments: the Light Side Championship, the Dark Side Championship, and then the Light Side Dark Side Championship, where the champions of the Light Side and the Dark Side will face off, supported by their team, to see who is victorious. And so now we have bringing you the Dark Side Championship at JAF Comics. First, I'd like to say, please, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, because we do bring some of the best Star Wars Unlimited gaming content to Random Number Gaming consistently on Tuesdays and Fridays. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe. We push out a lot of great content, including commentary matches and deck profile videos. So thanks for joining us, and we're going to have an interesting match here between Tom's Quinlin Tarkintown and Maddie's Yellow Sabine. So happy to see Matt go back to Yellow Sabine, because he has pretty much been playing Sabine throughout the whole duration of the game, but he's been switching between ECL and Yellow. I think he spent the most time on Yellow, and so happy to see him here back on Yellow Sabine. But surely going to be an interesting match. I think these two decks are pitted well against each other. Quinlin does have some answers to Sabine's ultimate onslaught. Matt here showing the experience he has with Sabine by slow playing the Quinlin deck, by opening the ping. Not a play that you see always, but a play that can get around the early Tarkintown, and Quinlin dropping the Sabine Wren. So Matt thinking about the play he wants to do here. He does have an L3 in his hand, and as well as a Millennium Falcon, so not sure what he's going to drop here as his turn one play. Looks like that L3 is going to come out. So, of course, Matt actually switched to the chopper base. Notice that I must have missed that, because he was running Petronaki for a really long time. He must... Yeah, Sabine clean answering the L3. Sabine showing just why she's one of the strongest 2-drop units in the game. Again, Matt slow playing with the ping here, saving his own units from the Tarkintown and the pings from Quinlin, getting in that Falcon for clean damage here. Of course, Tom would love to Tarkintown that Millennium Falcon. We are not going to see that this round. Putting Tom in a kind of an awkward spot here, because Matt is just showing how much experience he has in this matchup. Early slow playing with the pings. And making sure he is either forcing Tom to miss the pings, or doing off-curve plays. So that's really what Tom's options are right here, because Matt's really kind of putting him in an awkward spot. Either he's going to have to play off-curve, or just miss the pings entirely. Pushing in damage here with Sabine. These matches are surely going to be over quick, because these decks are very aggressive, especially Yellow Sabine. I think the only deck that's faster than Yellow Sabine must be Red Ventress. But throwing out the Leia here to exhaust the Ezra Bridger. Sitting up the Falcon for a little bit. I'm sure that he's seeing if Tom is going to drop a Red 3. And just kind of waiting, because if he did drop a Red 3 and ping the Falcon, it would be a great response to go in because you know the Tarkintown would follow shortly after. But Tom is actually going to bamboozle and discard a card to slow the damage push, but also play on curve, dropping the red 3. So he actually did have the red 3 response there. Really just high caliber play here we're seeing from both players, knowing how to play around each other's counters and options that they have in this matchup. We're going to see the Sabine flip now. Surely push in damage. It's a pretty close damage race so far. Tom is looking pretty good with that extra unit in space and that red 3. I'm sure Matt misses that +1 damage on the Petronanki, but I think the 30 HP might be more consistent. So we have not seen any of the so infamous burst damage cards from Yellow come out on Matt's side yet. Surprise strikes, hot shot blasters, all that good stuff I am sure is about to come out here going into the next round. Tom is on 9 damage. That leaves just 16 damage left to Matt's victory, whereas Matt is on 6 damage. The Fleet Lieutenant is surely going to push in tons of damage. He could go Ezra into the Sabine. Yes, Ezra into the Sabine to answer the Sabine. Great play here by Tom. Very, very controlly. He has a ton of options here to reduce damage. But Matt did get a good early start against Tom here with that Falcon and getting the Sabine damage in. So, you know, Yellow just has this amazing ability to close out the game with its burst damage. We'll have to see if Matt can do that. I want to say he does have a Plo Koon in his hand. So he could save that Plo Koon for Quinlin. Oh, that's right, yes. Because he Fleet Lieutenanted. He doesn't have Quinlin on the board yet. He couldn't have actually pinged that Leia. Thank you guys for, of course, it is always both players' responsibility to maintain the board state and the game state. So I appreciate when I see both sides of the player match keeping each other honest. Thank you for that. Matt really thinking about this. He has 5 resources up. I think he's wondering if he wants to blow that Plo Koon or save it for the Quinlin flip. Tough call there. He does have a K2 in hand as well. It looks like also a surprise strike. He could just throw the K2 down and just go for, just say, okay, I'm going to take a ton of damage this turn, but I'm gonna push really hard next turn. Or he could try to slow play that Plo Koon and kind of pass for a little bit. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think sending the Leia into the Sabine is probably the play here. Of course, always weird for Sabine to play a control game, especially Yellow Sabine. But with the way the board state is, I think that might be his best option. But no, Matt showing that he has far more Sabine experience than I do is going to just push in. And then Tom's going to take his card from that bounty on the Cartel Spacer. Cartel Turncoat. Yeah, I like this play here by Matt. It's off curve to go the K2 over the Plo Koon. But he's not getting crazy value out of the Plo Koon this turn. I think the K2 is a more consistent play, but Tom flooding the board with the Quinlin. Just so many units. Where's that disruptive burst? Just playing ultimate control here with Sabine, getting that 1 damage ping to take out the Leia. And then the red 3 takes out the... Wow, the red 3 takes out the K2 there. Crazy. So this is looking really good for Tom here. Really good for Tom. He does have heavily damaged units, but they're still sticking around. Matt, of course, still has that Plo Koon. Now he has another unit. I can't see what that other unit is. We're going to see the Plo Koon come out now. It will take out Quinlin, which will help slow the pings. He will at least need to trade some of his units. Probably that Fleet Lieutenant, or maybe the Sabine, actually, to take out that Plo Koon. Fleet Lieutenant is going to show the power with Ezra to do 5 damage. Oh, I think Matt actually just packs it up. Yeah, knowing how much damage, yeah, because it's actually 6 damage with red 3. I think he was gonna do like 20 damage that turn with all his damage on board. So I'm not sure what. Oh, whoa! Look at this power gaming. Look at this. The veil. The sideboard veil over there on Matt's side, not showing his opponent what cards he's putting in and taking out. Amazing. I love this. Of course, probably showing it for the camera too. Thanks. We appreciate it. Of course, in the rules, the only thing you need to show your opponent is how many cards are in your sideboard post-sideboard. You need to confirm to your opponent how many cards are in your sideboard. Because, of course, starting with a 50-card plus deck. Oh, I like this. Thanks, guys. Look at this. For the video. Double Bamboozle, double Spark. Really? Oh, no, he's taking out the Sparks. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But double Bamboozle going in. So yeah, it looks like he's taking out an L3, taking out some units for some more control. Going a little bit control-y there on Yellow Sabine's side. Yeah, as I was saying, the rule is actually that you only need to confirm the number of cards in your sideboard. So, for example, if you swapped out 6 cards, all you would need to say to your opponent is, I have 10 cards in my sideboard post-sideboard. So they know that you still have a 50-card deck or 51, 52, whatever was in there originally, you have that. But of course, you can't have more than 10 cards in your sideboard. You can't have less than 50 cards in your deck. That's why you should confirm the number of cards in your sideboard to your opponent. So you can't say, oh, there's 11 in my sideboard, and things like that. But you actually do not need to tell your opponent the number of cards that you're adding, which may seem minor, but is information that your opponent can use against you. Tom starting out there with a pretty fire hand with Sabine, Red 3, and Fleet Lieutenant. And Matt has a Spec Ops Soldier, Spec Force, and a Wing Leader. Again, slow playing with the ping, and Tom dropping down Sabine. It did so well with him in Game 1, but Matt's going to drop down that Cartel Turncoat, and hopefully has a double Turncoat play. Double Turncoat, turn 1. Probably one of the strongest yellow openers is the double Turncoat, especially if you follow up with a Red 3. Like, if you go double Turncoat into Red 3, you almost run away with the game. So it looks like he doesn't have the Red 3. I don't think he has that Wing Leader, which is not helping him right now because Turncoat is an Underworld unit and not a Rebel. He does have Leia as well, which he might want to save for the Quinlin flip. Leia is a Rebel, though, but he does decide to pitch the Wing Leader. The lane dodging here is definitely beneficial for Matt. Last time, Tom was able to play... You know, I swear, does Tom draw Red 3 every single game and play it on curve every single game? I swear. Guy loves Red 3. It's an excellent card, showing the power of Red 3 in all these games with Quinlin. Yeah, got an A-Wing and a Leia. He could go Leia, untap A-Wing. That is a possibility if he wanted to flood. But no, he's just going to play the A-Wing down and be a little slower and safer. Get that ping damage in. Probably debating here. Yeah, because I think Quinlin claimed it would be wonderful if Sabine could claim and get that A-Wing to take out the Red 3. He does... Oh, but he is actually still going to go in, which I think is a good play here. Because it forces Tom to do something with the Red 3 immediately, and no matter what he does with it, he knows the death is secured. So I think that's a great play there by Matt to go into the Red 3 there. Because, of course, the classic Red Hero mirror match is to fight in space, and then the Red Hero aggro match... You know, the person who plays the A-Wing or the Red 3 first is always at a massive advantage because of the raid. But putting that 2 damage there on the Red 3 is great because we're going to see it here. He's going to go into the A-Wing, but he's still going to take out his own unit there. Great plays here overall on both sides. Does still have that Leia unit in hand. Also a for a cause. Pushing in 2 damage with his Spec Force Soldier, and then the Tarkintown's going to get Tom a nice card draw. Yeah, looking to be a lot better of a game here for Matt. Actually sticking some units here. Wow, Tom burning cards for that bamboozle. Doing that a lot. Really showing that he values slowing Sabine's push over the cards in his hand. It worked out game 1. Let's see if it works out here. Potentially he could have saved it for the Sabine flip. I think it probably would have been better for him to save it for the Sabine flip. It would have been more damage. Unless he's going to do something crazy to stop. Oh, I spoke too soon. The Fleet Lieutenant for the 5 damage. This is massive for Tom here. Massive for Tom here. Wow. So I think Matt's going to have to do the for a cause right now. And just kind of dig and hope he can draw something good. But no, he's actually... Oh, no, he's going to do a double play. He's going to lay an untapped for a cause. Great play here by Matt. Nice. 4 damage and probably pitch all of those maybe. Or maybe keep the red 3. Maybe keep the red 3, but definitely pitch the other 3. Maybe keep the Fleet Lieutenant. No. He doesn't have enough rebels. His rebels are too weak. I think he should either just keep the red 3, just because he has 3 units, and Tom has nothing in space right now. Or just pitch everything, one of the two. I think I think that's the right call. Maybe the Fleet Lieutenant, but his board state doesn't really support Fleet Lieutenant right now. He has 2 rebels, but they're weak rebels. Oh, keeping Sabine and okay. Okay, he's looking for a I was going to say he's looking for a double play, but he actually can't do that because he's only on 4. Just knowing he was going to resource it. Okay. I did see a Cassian and Smuggle, so we could be seeing that Cassian from Smuggle. Still not completely out of this. Matt does have 11 damage on Tom's base with that for a cause, and 3 units on board, but we're going to see the Kira get that red 3. Probably a good call there to do the red 3 to just stop him from playing it pretty much for the remainder of the game until he answers Kira. He is going to go into the Sabine. Okay. Yeah, playing a little bit more control-y this game. It might be time for the Cassian. But no, he's actually going to pay... Oh no, he thought it was +2. No, it's +3. But yeah, the Cassian makes sense here. Cassian from Smuggle comes out ready. But here comes Quinlan Voss to overtake this field. The Cassian having 5 HP is very significant for Matt right here. Getting Tarkintown up to 14. Is that a bamboozle? No. What was that? Was that an open fire? I could not see what that was. It just answered the cartel. Yeah, I could not tell what that card was that Tom played. I mean, it was a spot removal, so it had to be like an open fire or something. Yeah, I'm going to go into Cassian, just trying to remove every single one of Sabine units. This is how you play against Sabine Yellow. You literally do not let them have a single unit because of Surprise Strike, because of Hot Shot Blaster, because of so many reasons. You do not let them have a single unit on board. Three damage going into Tarkintown, getting him up to 8 damage left on his base, and then Kira taking out the Cassian. Spark of Rebellion will surely either take the Plo Koon or K2. Either of those are great choices. Does he have double Plo Koon in his hand right now? No, he has Falcon and Plo Koon. Really tough call here, to be honest. Really tough. Plo Koon, good pick. Yeah, I think the reason the Plo Koon there is the pick is because he can't play both Falcon and K2 this turn. But another for a cause is going to get Tom pretty close to death here. Revealing a Millennium Falcon Definitely going to ship that Millennium Falcon back to the top and try to use it to end this game. Maybe the Millennium Falcon and that Surprise Strike go to top. No, he's going to burn all of them, actually. Wow, that is unexpected. I thought for sure he would have kept the Falcon. The inevitability of Sabine is being shown here with the ping damage getting the Tarkintown base up to 21. Tom is feeling the heat come down with only 4 damage left. I think Matt is must be searching for a cause, right? Like, to destroy that Millennium Falcon there. Yeah, not great chopper. Oh, a chopper? Chopper? What is it? Yeah, pitching the chopper. Yeah, that's what that's good for. Matt, what are you doing with the chopper? I gotta ask him. Yeah, he's gonna put the Millennium Falcon in his hand from the R2. Matt, you could have had a Millennium Falcon in your hand with that for a cause, my friend. No, I think he was digging for his last for a cause there, I think. Maybe because he knew he didn't see a Falcon at this point. He could burn one and probably see another. But yeah, Tom getting the chopper base all the way up now to 17. It's possible that he didn't want the Falcon because, like, the Quinlin Falcon answers it. But I don't think he can answer it in one action, right? Because he has him right here with the Falcon. Yeah, lucky there that Matt was able to dig for that second Falcon. I feel like discarding the Falcon there with for a cause almost lost him the game. Because he really had to end that game right there. Tom had too much damage on the board to really last another round there. But going into Game 3, you could see how these decks are evenly matched. They have similar speeds, and they're very aggressive. Of course, the Quinlan deck, always destroying units, destroying lots of units. But the Sabine deck kind of knows that, right? The Sabine deck is built in a way. It's assuming the opponent is going to destroy your units, which is why it has things like Falcon. I know Matt has played some iterations of this deck with Sneak Attack. I've seen a lot of Sabine Yellow lists run Sneak Attack. Like, they'll do Sneak Attack, Fleet Lieutenant for 5, things like that, which is honestly a really awesome play. So that potentially could be another thing he was digging for there, discarding the Falcon. But yeah, what is this chopper in this deck, man? I have never seen this shenanigans. It must be just, I'm trying to think, because it's like, why play chopper over R2? Because R2 gives you synergy with Wing Leader and Fleet Lieutenant. It must just be because he's playing the chopper base. That must be it. And playing Sabine, he just, like, for the... Matt is a huge Star Wars fan, so he must just love his little chopper boy in there. Throwing down the chopper. Let's see it. I want to see... Oh, no, he is a Rebel, too. My bad. So R2 is really just giving the +1 HP. So really, chopper is just a more aggressive version of R2. Because having Sabine on the board, he does more damage. And it has the ability to disrupt, but you're losing the HP, of course. But we're going to see... Oh, look! Here it is, the face-off of the droids in the ground arena. What an interesting turn of events. I wonder if we're going to be seeing the Wing Leader to just push this issue. If he does wing leader, he would take him out of Tarkintown range, the chopper. So we could see that right here. It's not terrible. Or a Fleet Lieutenant. Yeah, Fleet Lieutenant might be better. Yeah, Fleet Lieutenant for 3 into the base. Hopefully getting that exhaust on one of the... If he gets the exhaust here, this could be massive. But it looks like he missed it. Chopper is extremely underrated. I played Chopper in Yellow Luke for a really long time. Really underrated unit. Double A-Wing. This is a situation where clear the field would be just just an insane blowout on the Quinlin side. Clear the field. Slowly entering into the meta. A lot of yellow decks are starting to sprinkle it in their lists. Clear the field. Such an amazing card. Both players standing even at 5 damage, but of course the Tarkintown being at a slightly disadvantage because only 25 HP base. But the space for Quinlin right now is strong, and of course, as I mentioned before, often in these red mirror matches, whoever gets your A-Wings to sit first usually is in a huge advantage. Although I am seeing that Falcon in Matt's hand right now, which is a great answer to the A-Wing onslaught that we have right now. Gonna bring out the bean. Not gonna ping. I think I almost would have pinged there before. Because here's the thing, like, something I've noticed about Star Wars Unlimited, on your flip turn, you never have initiative. Because it's 2 actions more than your opponent, right? Especially like if you're flipping and your opponent is not flipping. Because it's 2 more actions. The actual epic action to flip and then the leader attack. So you're not going to have initiative anyway. So I feel like maybe the ping there, getting the extra damage might have been better here. It seems minor, but sometimes Sabine only wins by 1 damage. I think, yeah, Tom's doing the Spark of Rebellion there. I'm assuming discarding the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, he does have a wing leader, though, which he can wing leader the Sabine as well. So I think he might have chose the wing leader there instead of the Falcon. Tough call there. Tough call. Just really tough call. If Tom has a Plo Koon, I probably would have chose the Falcon. I can't see his hand right now. Because Plo Koon gets Sabine to 1, even with the wing leader. But the Falcon is just going to ravage his space right now. Matt also does have a K2 in hand, going to push in here for more damage. He may end up dropping the K2. The K2, it's a slow play, but it's it's a sturdy play. It's like an assurance of damage. Yeah, because he can drop the Falcon at any time. Yeah, the K2 is definitely the play here. Good job. Yeah, I think when I first started playing Red Hero a lot, like it always feels slow to just drop K2 and pass. It does, and I know it. And I experienced it, probably like many of you have, putting it in decks. But it's just so consistent to be able to do that. Yeah, Plo Koon coming down like a hammer and taking out Sabine Wren. So I want to see if that ping mattered. That extra ping he could have got there. Because he still lost initiative, as we saw. But I think actually Tom might have claimed with one of those A-wings up. Does have a Cassian and Smuggle. The K2 is menacing. Likely going to take out that Plo Koon. Either take out the Plo Koon or just push the issue. I might take out the Plo Koon. Yeah, attack with the Fleet Lieutenant. Much better. Great play there. I might take out this Plo Koon with my K2 here. I don't know. It's a tough call. He does have a Fleet Lieutenant. So he can run over the Plo Koon a little bit. It's more of a tempo play. It's not great. Like K2 surviving no matter what. Yeah, so I think he's going to do just that. Or just push the issue, yeah. Matt, tons of reps on Sabine Yellow, knowing when to play control and when to just push into base. Oh, no, he is going to go into Plo Koon. Yeah, I think that is the call. It's a tough call, to be honest. Like 6 damage to the base is a lot, especially where Tom is right now. The problem is Plo Koon is just so powerful. But I like how this also gets K2 close to death. Exactly. You want K2 to die anyway. So this is an extra 3 damage that he's getting. Tarkintown, it's sitting at 18. The 30 HP it gives Sabine some resilience. The 30 HP Sabine is strong. The burst damage coupled with the 30 HP is a combination that makes it really difficult to play against, if I'm being honest. Tom could probably play a lot more aggressively here if Sabine was on 25 HP. But having to play so control-y here, but having difficulty with the yellow deck with all the tricks. Bamboozle just to slow the damage and save the Fleet Lieutenants. Great play there by Matt. Save his Fleet Lieutenants. And then Tom is just going to claim. Great play. Honestly, great play. Like, this is high caliber play. Tom claiming there. A lesser experienced player would probably be yelling at the screen and saying, why are you leaving up 6 damage in space? But Tom knows that 6 damage in space is not going to save him. The 6 damage is not going to be what changes this game. It is going to be him actually controlling the units and stopping this onslaught. The force throw gets the Falcon and the Fleet Lieutenant, so we're going to have to see another Falcon. Does Tom have an answer? He has a Bamboozle. Oh, the Fleet Lieutenant. The Fleet Lieutenant. We have ourselves an interesting match now. I think Matt is all out of cards. He does still have that Cassian and Smuggle, though. But Tom has a force throw and a Bamboozle. This is set in to be a match. Matt really just needs a for a cause. So Tom now he is on a timer. This is a mad dash. This is a mad dash. Playing Russian roulette with the for a cause right now. Now Matt does run a fair amount of non-hero cards in the yellow deck, so there is a chance. Here it is. There is a chance that this does not take him out. But I think with Sabine, though, yeah, so he's going to get the 3, so Tom has 1 action with the Sabine ping. Great games. That was close. But we can see, like, even if, so I think Tom missed 9 damage there with the A-Wings in space. Like, even if he had the 9, Matt's at 21. The outcome of the game doesn't change. I do think grabbing the initiative there was the right call. He really needed to lock him down and just kind of hope he didn't have the four of cause. That was his only path to victory there. Great games by both players. And like I said, this is the Dark Side Championship. So Matt is actually set to be the Light Side Champion, whereas myself is going to be the Dark Side Champion. So stay tuned, because this weekend we will be recording the Ultimate Championship of the Light Side Dark Side tournament. And you'll get to see the teams face off and special powers come out to enhance the champions of the light side and the dark side. So if you want to see that, please hit that subscribe button and please hit that like button for the best gaming guides and content related to Star Wars Unlimited. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.